First, the top news headlines. Man, his two daughters, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, killed as their vehicle plunges into pool at Samuro oil pump on Mayalika Lambi. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to inaugurate Churchandpur Medical College on January 6th. Chief Minister oversees preparations. Religious Festival of Manipur, Ima Imoinu Viratpa being celebrated in Manipur with religious fervor and gaiety. BJP National Spokesperson Sambit Patra extends Imoinu greetings to people of Manipur, seek blessings from Ima Imoinu for happiness and prosperity. Two persons arrested for possessing 422 grams of brown sugar worth around rupees 50 lakh in international market. And as India prepares for fourth wave of COVID-19, government sources says second booster dose not required. A very good evening. You are watching IS English News. IS News wishes all the viewers a very happy Imoinu. Before we begin, IS News would like to remind our viewers to practice physical distancing, hand hygiene, wear masks, protect yourself and get vaccinated to ward off COVID-19. This is Suraj Khongban Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. In yet another tragic incident, a man and his two daughters, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, were killed following a major road mishap in Imphal. The deceased have been identified as 47-year-old Kongkham Jayanta of Uchiwame Elika in Imphal West District and his two daughters, 7-year-old Kongkham Abe and 4-year-old Kongkham Bizubala. Sources said that the vehicle they were traveling in plunged into a pond at Samuro oil pump on Mayailambi Highway under the Wangoi police station in Imphal West District on January 2nd night. Police said that the Maruti 800 car driven by the father was at high speed and eventually lost control and skidded off the road and plunged into the nearby pond. The car was en route to Uchiwa Mayailakai near Loktak Lake. It is suspected that the trio were stuck when the vehicle plunged into the pond and were not able to get out of the vehicle on time, resulting in them being submerged in the water body. Upon hearing the incident, locals of the area immediately came to their rescue and managed to pull out the trio from the vehicle. They were immediately rushed to RIMS hospital. However, the youngest daughter succumbed to her injuries on the way to the hospital. The father and his elder daughter succumbed to their injuries at the hospital today. This was the first major fatal road mishap in Manipur as the new year rings in. It needs to be noted that the number of fatal and disabling road accidents and injuries is increasing at an alarming rate in the state. Awareness creation, strict implementation of traffic rules, prevention interventions like setting road and safety rules, securing compliances, improving transport policy, enforcing blood alcohol limits, mandatory seatbelt use laws, routine investigation of road condition, especially in the hill areas, and scientific engineering measures are the need of the hour to prevent road mishap in Manipur. Ahead of Union Home Minister Amit Shah's scheduled inauguration of Churchandpur Medical College on January 6th, Chief Minister Nongthoma Biren today inspected the medical college to take stock of the preparations. During the visit, Viren also inaugurated a public open gym at Peace Ground, Tuibong, Churchandpur, interacting with the students and faculties of the Medical Institute. The Chief Minister assured that the institute will be provided the best facility and quality available once the construction of the medical college is completed. He further instructed officials concerned to ensure that all preparations for the inauguration program are completed well on time. At Peace Ground, Tuibong, the Chief Minister also interacted with the general public. The open gym was installed under the Chief Minister's Indigenous Martial Arts Academy, Manipur, with support from the government of Manipur. Noting that health is everything, Biren said that the peace ground of Tuibong will be developed into international standard. He further assured that work for development of the ground will be taken up in the short run. It may be mentioned that Union Home Minister Amit Shah will inaugurate the Churchandpur Medical College on January 6th. At present, there are 99 medical students studying in the college. Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan, RD and PR Minister Y. Khemchan, local MLAs Vungzagin Valte, LM Khaute, Paulen Lal Hauke, Ngursanglar Chinlung Thang, Ledzamang Hauke, Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, DGP P. Dongal, DG Prison C. Dongal, Additional Chief Secretary Vunlun Mang and other top officials of the government, including DC Churchandpur, Sarat Chandra Aroju and other district officials were present on the occasion. Chief Minister N. Biren has appealed to the people of the state to accord a warm welcome to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who is scheduled to visit the state tentatively on January 6 to inaugurate various projects and schemes and lay foundation stones for various other projects. N. Biren said the same during inspection of heritage site of INA headquarters, Moirang, where the Union Minister will host the Indian national flag. Biren said that the Union Minister during his visit is also likely to inaugurate Kangla Nongpok Thong, the 122-feet high polo statue at Ibudhau Margin Complex, among others. He added that the Union Home Minister will also hand over the Olympian Park to the sportspersons of the state. The Olympian Park was constructed in recognition of the state sportspersons who brought laurels for the country and the state. Works Minister Konthauzam Govindas, Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan, CAF and PD Minister Leisang Them Susindro, Education Minister Thanglauzam Basanta, Moirang MLA Thongam Santi, Thanga MLA Tongram Robindro, Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, DGP P. Dongil, Additional Chief Secretary Vunlun Mang and others top officials of the government were present during the inspection. Carrying the legacy of Manipuri culture forward, traditional worship of Imoinu, believed to be the goddess of heart, wealth, peace, fertility, wisdom, prosperity among the Meitei ethnic, is being celebrated across the state with religious fervor and gaiety today. Celebrated with much zeal and enthusiasm, Imoinu festival is considered to be one of the most significant religious festivals of Manipur. The annual festival falls on 12th day of Wokjing in Manipuri lunar calendar. The festival is dedicated to goddess Imoinu Ohongbe and celebrated especially by the Meitei community who follow the traditional faith called Sanamahism. According to the Meitei Might, goddess Imoinu lands on earth every year on this day and visits each home to shower her blessings. The festival is marked by lighting candles and putting colorful lights in and around households and along the streets. Various offerings including rice, vegetables, fish, especially sareng, walungo, attu, fruits and sweets are made to goddess Imoinu on the occasion. On this day, especially at night, Imoinu is offered especially a well-prepared meal with the main dish of white fish curry and also a variety of cuisines in all odd numbers. Imoinu take rest at Fungalairu, which is a traditional fireplace in the kitchen. Ima Imoinu Iratpa is also marked by various celebrations including pena performances, narration of the tale of Imoinu and songs invoking the deity and traditional dances. Ima Imoinu Iratpa was also celebrated with much grandeur and gaiety at Indo-Myanmar border town More today. People across the town came to offer prayers and make offerings at Panthoibi Sanglen in Ward number 7. It was organized by Mitei Lai Thogal Lup More. Residents of 5 different localities of More town, members of civil society organizations and lining Thausanamahi, Puya, Santok, Lup More and many people visited the Sanglen to offer prayers. BJP National Spokesperson Sambit Patra also extended warm greetings to the people of Manipur, especially the Meitei community, on the auspicious occasion of Ima Imoinu Iratpadumit. He wished that Ima Imoinu bless everyone with happiness and prosperity. A 40-year-old woman and a 21-year-old youth were arrested on the charge of unauthorized possession of 422 grams of brown sugar worth around rupees 50 lakh in the international market. The two alleged traffickers have been remanded into judicial custody till January 10th for the necessary investigations, the police said today. Acting on a tip-off, a team of Wangoi police assisted by the locals of the Paubitek village about 15 kilometers from Imphal rushed to the house of one Sesant Raseger alias Petru, aged 40 years at Paubitek Mamanglekai village in Imphal West district and recovered 422 grams of brown sugar from her possession. Based on the input provided by the woman after preliminary interrogations, police found that Sesant Raseja, wife of Alauddin, aged 43 years, was running an illegal drug trafficking racket with a local youth identified as Mohammad Wangmayum Chauba alias Nurul Islam, a resident of Mayang Imphal Bengun Makhalikai, about 20 kilometers from Imphal. The police managed to arrest Mohammad Wangmayum from his residence on Sunday. This is the first time in the year they were booked under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. In 2022, a total of 450 kgs of brown sugar had been seized from different smugglers and a total of 621 cases have been registered under the ND and PS Act, the police said. As the country is preparing for the fourth wave of COVID-19 sources, the government has asserted that a second booster dose is not required. As per reports, the government of India will first aim to complete the boosters drive and the second booster jab, which is still not fully completed. No discussion has been started even in the Immunization Panel National Technical Advisory Group of Immunization regarding the second booster dose. The first priority is to complete the first booster drive in the country, said a government official to the media. On the other hand, 53 international travelers tested positive for COVID during random sampling at airports across the country, accounting for only 0.94% of all samples collected so far. A total of 53 international travelers tested positive for COVID-19 during 2% random sampling at airports across the country, out of 5,666 samples collected so far. That's only 0.94% according to the sources. This comes after Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia announced that the country will begin 2% random COVID testing of international travelers arriving at Indian airports. In light of the recent increase in COVID-19 in some countries, hospitals across India conducted a COVID-19 mock drill. The mock drill was designed to assess COVID-19 readiness in terms of resources, protocol and personnel. Meanwhile, World Health Organization has sought information on the COVID-19 situation and has offered its expertise and support. Chief Minister N. Biren extended heartiest greetings to the people of the state, especially the Jelangrong brethren, on the auspicious and joyous occasion of Gangai 2023. The Chief Minister in his greetings said Gangai, the biggest cultural and religious post-harvest festival of the Jelangrong community, marks the end of the year when the farmers have stored their food grain in their granaries. He added that the festival also marked the heralding of the new year, and new fire is produced by rubbing of dry wood and split bamboo pieces and distributed to every household. He mentioned that during the festival, the community shows their gratitude with offerings to the Almighty for the good harvest and prayer for a better and prosperous life in the coming year. The Chief Minister wished that the festival shower goodwill and happiness and also spread the message of the unity, peace and brotherhood amongst all communities of the state. Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker Thokchom Satyabrata extended greetings to the people of the state on occasion of Chakang Gangai festival. The speaker in his message said that Chakang Gangai is the biggest festival of the Kabui and Jelangrong, which is celebrated for 5 days. He asserted that the festival gives a due to the passing year and welcoming the new year, along with an offering showing gratitude to the deity for giving a good harvest. He wished that the festival bestow people of the state with bountifulness and harmony. Education Minister Thanawzam Basantakumar also extended wishes and warm greetings to the people of the state on the joyous occasion of Gangai festival, which falls on January 4th. The minister in his message said the post-harvest festival that symbolizes dance, festivities, music and spiritual ceremony is a sacred ritual affair that is celebrated every year with full of fun and cultural extravaganza. He wished that the festival bring happiness, good health, peace, prosperity and that communal integration prevail in every part of Manipur. Water Resources Minister Awongbo Nyumai also extended heartiest greetings to the people of the state, especially the Kabui Rongmei brethren on the auspicious and joyous occasion of Chakang Gangai. Minister Awongbo Nyumai said that Gangai is the biggest post-harvest festival of the Kabui Rongmei tribe and is celebrated every year on the 13th day of Wokching in the Manipur lunar calendar. He wished that the festival usher in peace and harmony to one and all in the state. Mahud Minister Yumnam Khemchan also extended Chakang Gangai festival greetings to the people of the state. The minister said that the festival is traditionally celebrated by the Kabui Naga tribes residing in Assam, Manipur and Nagaland, adding that the festival cherishes the customs and traditions. He wished that the festival ensure peace and unity in the state. The 21st Foundation Day of Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur Desam was celebrated at Babupara in Jiribam district today. Desam District Council Jiribam organized the event at its office located at Babupara. President of Desam District Council Jiribam L. Bilax, advisors K. Bablu and L. Romeo, WASED President N. Nivarani, General Secretary Y. Ragini and several others attended the function. Gifts were also presented to media persons of Jiribam district by Desam during the celebration.
Education sector se chokotana lamdang sida leminai pa nai amati mahirul kaya singsia ting thopa mahanga ngaktani habduki otholoi haina matholoi haina.
Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha BJYM Imphal West organized Atal Elocution Competition at Ghari Youth Club Ghari Awanglekai yesterday. The event was held as a part of Good Governance Day program organized across the country to mark the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. President of BJP Imphal West P.H. Foni, District in charge of BJP Imphal West Tej Kumar and President of BJYM Manohar Mayum Barish were present on the occasion. El Sanatombi Thangzam Komolata and Reshmi Hekam secured the first, second and third prizes respectively during the competition. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be back with latest news and updates.
Ana Layengi office ki thabak amadi koiba chatpada India ki konung New Delhi da laifam leitabaki awaba koklagani. Delhi airport kayam naknana lairiba Mahipalpur da Manipur miyam ki damakta laizare Hotel Ambrosia. Laifam ki oina lupa lising amadagi hauraga pung kunmari pickup amadi drop ki taxi service laigani. Restaurant service ka loinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya phangbigani. Vishal Mega Mart, Ambience Mall, DLF Mall amadi irap laptana nungairaba mafam kaya yobada khudong charaba mafam amani. Ngasi ma contact tawbirau Hotel Ambrosia A217 Road number 6 Mahipalpur. Phone number 9643504772.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching IS English News. Fears over the impact of the new Omicron subvariant BF7 variant have risen in the country after several cases were detected in various countries. In view of the threat posed by the Omicron COVID-19 variant, the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has advised people to wear a proper mask, maintain social distancing at public places and take both doses of COVID vaccine to ward off the virus. Meanwhile, COVID-19 cases in India are increasing with a slight margin. India reported 134 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. The new infections took the country's total cash load to over 4.46 crore, while active coronavirus cash load has dropped to 2,582, which accounts for 0.01% of the total cases. As per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the death toll stands at 5,30,707 with no new deaths reported in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease has gone up to 4,41,45,667 with 222 recoveries in the last 24 hours. The country's recovery rate has increased to 98.81%. Over 220.10 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Top 3 states contributing maximum number of COVID-19 cases to India's Delhi are Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. Meanwhile, in the northeast India, Assam has the highest number of active cases, followed by Mizoram and Meghalaya. COVID-19 has infected over 66 crore and 57 lakh, while more than 66 lakh 99,000 have succumbed to the dreaded coronavirus, and recoveries are above 63 crore and 77 lakh. Globally, United States of America has the highest COVID-19 cases, followed by India and France. China has called the mounting international restrictions on travelers from its territory unacceptable after more than a dozen countries placed new coronavirus curbs on visitors from the world's most populous nation. The United States, Canada, Japan and France are among countries insisting all travelers from China provide negative COVID-19 tests before arrival, as concerns grow over a surge in cases. China's steep rise in infections comes after Beijing abruptly lifted its zero-COVID policies in December, leading to hospitals and crematoriums quickly being overwhelmed. Nevertheless, Beijing has pushed ahead with a long-awaited reopening, announcing an end to mandatory quarantine on arrival last week in a move that prompted Chinese people to plan trips abroad. The rules impose affect all travelers coming from China, not just Chinese nationals, while Beijing continues to restrict inbound visitors and not issue visas for tourists or international students. Countries including the US have also cited Beijing's lack of transparency about infection data and the risks of new variants as a reason to restrict travelers. China has only recorded 22 COVID deaths since December and has dramatically narrowed the criteria for classifying such deaths, meaning that Beijing's own statistics about the unprecedented wave are now widely seen as not reflecting reality. Let's now have the sports news. In sports today, India's 2023 international home season will commence with a 3-match T20 international and 3-match one-day international ODI series against Sri Lanka starting today. The first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka will be played in Mumbai. The match will be played at Wankhede Stadium tonight at 7. The toss of the match will be done just 30 minutes before the game. Hardik Pandya will lead the Indian team, while Dasun Sanaka will lead the opposing team Sri Lanka. Regular captain has been unavailable due to injury, while veteran batsmen Virat Kohli and KL Rahul have not been selected. Former US Open champion Emma Raducanu overcame wind and rain in a match which stretched over almost 4 hours to beat Linda Fruhaverto by 4-6, 6-4, 6-2 in her first singles match of 2023 at the ASB Classic today. The match twice was interrupted by rain, and the second delay in the deciding set forced the players from the court of almost an hour. Raducanu, who is 20, was playing her first competitive match in 2 months and had to fight hard against the Czech teenager who won a tight first set in 53 minutes. Raducanu's second round opponent will be Slovakia qualifier Victoria Kuzmova, who upset fourth-seeded Fernanda Pero 6-4, 6-4. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Man his two daughters, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, killed as their vehicle plunges into pond at Samuro oil pump on Mayalambi. Union Home Minister Amish Shah to inaugurate Churchandpur Medical College on January 6th. Chief Minister oversees preparations. Religious Festival of Manipur Ima Imoinu Iratpa being celebrated in Manipur with religious fervor and gaiety. BJP National Spokesperson Sambit Patra extends Imoinu greetings to people of Manipur, seek blessings from Ima Imoinu for happiness and prosperity. Two persons arrested for possessing 422 grams of brown sugar worth around rupees 50 lakh in international market. As India prepares for fourth wave of COVID-19, government sources say second booster dose not required. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching ICE News and have a great evening.